Hi again, students in grade 7. This session is a worksheet solution number 5 related to lecture 5. Related to lecture 5. And the title of our lecture 5 was Powers, the first lesson in our mathematics book. It is, as I said, part 1 because we have more than one part. I have splitted this lesson into more than one part to make it easier. This is semester 1 in the year 2020 2021. Okay, I believe that you, my students, can always do the best and give me the best. That's why I need you to practice. Let's practice more because as much as we practice, I'll always say it in every session, as much as we practice, as much as things will be easier in mathematics. Now, in exercise number 1, we should write the missing expression in each of the following statements. So in each of the following statements, there's a missing expression. We should continue the missing expression that we have here. The first one, 3 to the power 2. I said whenever my exponent is 2, we read it what? We read it 3 squared, yes. Now, the second one, 7 to the power 3, we always read 7 to the power 3 as 7 cubed because exponent 3 is read as cubed. Number 3, 9 is the square of which number? I ask myself, which number if I multiply it by itself? Because square means 2 times. So I'm multiplying a number by itself 2 times and it gives me 9 from the multiplication tables. Of course, it is 3 because the 3 squared always is a 3 times a 3 and the answer will be 9. Now, number 4, what is the cube of 2? So 2, if I raise it cube, what will be the answer? 2 cubed is equal to 2 times 2 times 2, and the answer, of course, is 8. Number 5, 4 to the power 5 is a power of which exponent? What's the exponent here? The exponent is 5, yes. So the exponent of this power is 5. Now, number 6, 6 raised to the power of 4. So whenever we say 6 raised to the power of 4, how do we write it? Yes, 6 to the power 4. Now, number 7, the sixth power of 8 is what? Is 8 to the power 6. Now, 5 is the base of which power? What should we write down? The exponent is 9, it's given. What should we write in the base? Should be 5 because he's saying 5 is the base. Now, number 9, the fourth power of 10 is what? So the fourth power of 10 is 10 to the power 4. Now, the last one in question number 1 is 10 to the power, number 10. The power of exponent 9 of 8. So it is 8 to the power 9. In exercise number 2, we should answer the following statements by true or false. We are not asked here to justify our saying true or false, but I justified for you why did I choose true or why did I choose false. The first one we have a to the power 5 times a cubed. Is it equal to a to the power 15? I relook at the given one, which is a to the power 5 times a cubed. Here we have multiplication of same base. So what does the rule say? The rule says we keep the base and we not multiply the exponents as they did and gave them 15. No, in this rule, we add exponents. So it should be a to the power 5 plus a 3, which is a to the power 8. Then this answer, of course, is false. The second one, number 2 below, a to the power 5, all of it cubed. This is called power of power. Is it equal to a to the power of 7? Let's go back to the power of power. It says we keep the base a as it is. What do we do for both exponents 4 and 3? Do we add them as they did in a to the power 7, or do we multiply them? Of course, we multiply them, so it gives me a to the power 12. So the answer they have written, which is a to the power 7, is a wrong answer. It's not a true answer. So it's false. Number 3, 50 equal 2 to the power 4 times 5 squared. Let us calculate 2 squared times 5 squared. If we calculate 2 squared times 5 squared, the answer of 2 squared is 4. The answer of 5 squared is 25. So it will give me 100, not 50. So the whole answer is false. Now, 10 squared minus 5 squared. Is it equal to 5 squared? Let us see. 10 squared is 100 minus 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25. So its answer should be 75. But they have written 5 squared. And what's the answer of 5 squared? It is 25. So it's not 75. So the answer is false. See how am I interpreting my choice? Now, 1 to the power 2020. Let's look at the last one, which is 1 to the power 2020. Is it equal to 1? Of course, yes. Why? Because we said 1 to any exponent always gives me 1. Now, expression number 6, 593 to the power 0. Is it equal to 0? No, it's equal to 1. Why? Because any number to the exponent 0 always gives me 1. So this is false, not true. Now, number 7, 2 plus 5, all of it squared. Can we write it 2 squared plus 5 squared? No, it cannot be written. Why? Because this can be written if inside we have multiplication, and this is a rule of power. But because we have addition, this rule of power, which is the fourth rule, cannot be applied here, and the squared is given to one of the both numbers. So the squared cannot be given to both numbers in case of addition or subtraction. It only we can give it to both numbers inside if inside we have multiplication. So this is false. Now 10 to the power 5, is it equal to 100,000? 10 to the power 5 is 10 times 10, so we multiply 10 by itself 5 times. So yes, if we multiply, it gives me 100,000, so this is true. Now, 2 times 5, all of it squared. Can we write it 2 squared times 5 squared? Of course, this is true. Why can we write it like that? Because this rule is applied on multiplication, and the square outside is for both the 2 and the 5. So it can be written, but this cannot be done again in addition. It can only be done in multiplication. Now 10, 5 cubed times 2 to the power 3. Is it equal to 10 to the power 6? No, because 5 times 2 is 10, and we keep the exponent as it is. We don't add the exponent, so of course this is false. In exercise number 3, we should complete the following table as required. Here we have to know the power form of the number. We should specify the base and the exponent in each one. We should write the power form as a multiplication sentence, or inversely, a multiplication sentence in power form. And finally, we should multiply and find the answer. So 9 cubed, who's the base? The base is the number down. So the base is 9, yes. Who's the exponent? The exponent is the number above the base, which is to the right, and the exponent is 3. Let us write 9 cubed as a multiplication sentence. What does the rule say here? The rule says we multiply 9 by itself 3 times. So let's multiply 9 times 9 times 9. This is the multiplication sentence. Now, the answer of 9 times 9 times 9 is what it is. If we multiply these three numbers, it will give us 729. Now, The second one, we are not given the power form, but we are given the base and the exponent. So if we are given the base and the exponent, we can find the power form. If the base is 5, so we write down 5 on the line. And if the exponent is 2, we write the 2 above to the right. So it will become 5 squared. Now we should write 5 squared as a multiplication sentence. We multiply 5 by itself 2 times. Let's multiply 5 times 5. What is the answer of 5 times 5? The answer of 5 times 5 is 25. Yes. Now we are not given the power form, we don't know the base, we don't know the exponent, but we have the multiplication sentence. In the multiplication sentence, I can write it in power form. How? I ask, what is the number repeated? It is 2, so my base should be 2. How many times is it repeated? 3 times, so it should be 2 cubed. What's the base? The base is down, which is 2. Who's the exponent? It is a 3. And the answer of 2 cube, which is 2 times 2 times 2, if we multiply this multiplication sentence, we will get, of course, 8. Now, the power form is given 10 to the power 5. Who's the base? The number down, which is what? Which is 10. So the base is 10. Who is the exponent here in this power? Yes, the number to the right up, which is 5. So 5 is the exponent. Let us write 10 to the power 5 as a multiplication sentence. We multiply again 10 by itself 5 times. So we write 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. Yes, if we multiply them, we get 10 or 100,000. Now, in the final line, we don't have the power form, we don't know the base or the exponent, we just know the multiplication sentence. So we can write a multiplication sentence in power form. How? What is the number repeated? It is 30. So we write 30 down. How many times is it repeated? 2 times. So we write 30 squared. Directly, it's now easier. Who's the base? It is 30. Who's the exponent? The exponent is 2. Now, can you find the answer of 30 squared? It is 30 times 30. So 3 times 3 is 9, and we add 2 zeros. These exercises are not hard. They are direct applications for you. Now, exercise number 4, we should calculate 7 squared. What do we mean by 7 squared? Which means 7 to the power 2. 7 times 7, which is equal to 49. Now, the second one, 5 cubed. How do we write it? 5 to the power 3, which is 5 times 5 times 5, and the answer is 125. In the third one, 6 cubed. How do we write it? 6 multiplied by itself 3 times. So 6 times 6 times 6, the answer of is 216. The fourth one, 3 to the power 4. 3 is multiplied by itself 4 times, so it will give us an answer which is 81. Now 2 to the power 5, it is written 2 multiplied by itself 5 times, so it's written 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is equal to 32. Number 6 is 6 to the power 0. We know that there's a rule which say any number to the power 0 gives me 1. So 6 to the power 0 is 1. The seventh one, 10 to the power 1, any number to the power 1 gives me the number itself. Yes. Number 8, 1 to the power 100. 1 to any power always gives me 1. 2.8 to the power 0. 2.8 is a decimal number. We treat it like a whole number, like a fraction, the same, because the exponent is 0, and we know that any number to the power 0 gives always me 1. Now, number 10, 1 over 5, all of it to the power 1. This one is for both, for the 1 and the 5. So 1 to the power 1 is 1, and 1 to the power 5 is 5. Number 11, 500 to the power 1. Any number to the power 1 gives me what? The number itself, yes, which is 500. Exercise number 12, the final one in exercise number 4, 8 to the power 8, all of it to the power 0. Here we can see that we have a power of power. So what do we do for both exponents? We multiply them. It becomes 8 to the power 0, and the answer is 1. This was exercise number 4. Now we should complete the missing 7 to the power 6 times 7 to the power 6 times 7 cubed times 7. Here we are multiplying same base, so we keep the base 7 and we add all the exponents. I repeat, the number with no exponent should always be 1. So we write power 1 and we add 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 1. So it will become 7 to the power 16. Now the second one is similar. 8 to the power 0 times 8 to the power what equal 8 to the power 5. We know that in this rule of a product, we keep the base and we add both exponents to get the 5. So 0 plus what gives me 5? Of course, it's 5. Now x to the power 6, all of it to which power equal x to the power 18? Here we apply the power of power, which means we should multiply both exponents to give the exponent of the answer. So 6 times what equal 18? It is a 3. So we write cubed. Now also 6 to the power 6 times 6 to the power what equals 6 to the power 11? Here 6 plus how much equals 12? It is what? Of course 6. Now 7 times 10 to the power what equals 70,000. Here the 7 has no zeros. So from where did these zeros come? The 4 zeros come from the exponent here. So 4 times 10 to the power 4 equals 70,000. 5 times 10 to the power what equals 5? Since the 5 in the beginning doesn't change in the end, what doesn't change anything in mathematics? Of course, is 0. Now 1000 x cubed is equal to how much cube? First, x cubed becomes x inside because the cube is outside now. 1000 is, how many zeros does it have? 3. So it is 10 to the power 3. So inside we have 10x, all of it to the power 3. Now 2 to the power 4, all of it cubed, times 2 to the power 6 equal 2 to the power what? Here we have power of power, so we should make them one power before. So it becomes 2 to the power 12 times 2 to the power 6. Here we are multiplying same bases, so we add the exponent. 12 plus 6 is equal to 18. Now 2 times a, all of it cubed, we write it. First 2 cubed is what? 2 cubed is 8, and a cubed is what? Is a cubed. Now 4 to the power what? All of it to the power 6 is equal to 4 over 18. What number multiplied by 6 gives me 18? Yes, right, 3. So 2 times 4, all of it squared equal to the power how much? First, here I multiply 2 times 4 is 8. So I get a squared is equal to 2 to the power of blank. Now a squared is equal to 2 to the power what? So here we have a prime number here, and here we have not a prime number, so we make it prime, so it is 2 cubed, all of it squared is equal to 2 to the power how much? So 3 times 2 is 6. Now 6 over 7 to the power what equals 6 to the power 7 over 7 to the power 7. So here we can see that both numerator and denominator have taken exponent 7. So outside we have the exponent 7. Now 3 times to the power how much? Times 9 equals 36. So this should be changed into 3. What is 9? It is a 3 squared. So 3 to the power what times a 3 squared equals 3 to the power 6. It is equal to 3 to the power 4. So this is the end of the worksheet solution number 5 of lecture 5, which is a very important lecture, my dear student. Please solve all the exercises in this video because they are all very important, and it's not a big worksheet for this week. Okay guys, I will say now bye and see you soon.